I'm a junior here, and I recently just found out some great news. Gonzaga is offering me a scholarship to go and play soccer over there, which is a really big deal for me. I'm pretty sure I've told almost everyone I know, but there is one important person who I still haven't told, and that is my biological mom. The reasons why I still haven't told her has a lot to do with my childhood, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my life as a kid. I prepared a slideshow for you guys. This is a picture of my biological mom and dad. This is the only picture I own of my father. I've never met him, and I never will. He died when I was 1. Actually, I only think he died when I was 1. The truth is I actually don't know when he died. All I know is he's dead now. The sad thing is I only know his first name. His name was John, and I don't know his last. I'm never going to get the chance to meet him or even know him. So back to my slideshow. This would be a picture of when I was 1. This would be a picture of when I was 2. This would be a picture of when I was 3. I think you guys get the picture. Most people can look back on those days and say how cute they were as a baby. I, on the other hand, haven't seen many pictures of myself as a toddler. Of those pictures I have seen, I was already 5 years old. I'm about to be very critical of my biological mother. But before I do, I need to tell you what I think I love about her. She's the type of person who you just admired right off the bat. She was sassy and didn't care about what others thought of her. You could just tell she was super popular in high school and had everything together. But she just didn't let anyone in, so no one knew if anything was wrong. I'm not mad at the choices she made. My biological mom and dad were into drugs. Well, to be more exact, my whole family was into drugs, whether it would be doing them or selling them. That's just what my family did. It wasn't too long before my biological mom and dad got caught, and I think I was about 2 the first time my mom went to jail. But she got out because she said she needed to take care of me. The judge said as long as she could pass a monthly drug test and stayed away from that crowd, she would stay out of jail. Yeah. That never happened. My biological mom still did drugs and still hung out with the same people. That's where she met my little sister's dad, Al. Al was a heavy gambler, a drug dealer, and apparently owed a lot of people money. At this moment in my life, we were all living with my grandparents. One day, a couple of guys came into our house and held my mom, my aunt, my uncle, and me hostage until Al paid back the debt he owed. The men put a gun to my head and said if Al didn't pay, that he would shoot me. My mom did the most unselfish and noble thing. She got up and she pleaded to the men. If they were going to shoot anyone, it should be her. Being the coward Al was, he called the cops. The cops came and saved our lives, but then they searched our house and found drugs everywhere. The cops saw that it was an unfit place for a child to live, so they put me in foster care. Now I'm going to be completely honest. Foster care sucked. I hated it there. You get dropped in this new place with these new people. Then when you finally settle in, they give you away to complete strangers. I was just starting preschool, and they were teaching us about stranger danger. So there I am with my parents, and then they just hand me over to complete strangers. I was so confused. I was in foster care for 2 years. I was finally adopted with my little sister by my great aunt and uncle, and we moved here to Washington. My biological mom, being so far away from me, finally realized that there was something wrong and she needed to get her life in order. She ended up in jail, but then went to rehab. And now she's doing great and has a job and isn't doing drugs. So you might ask why I still haven't told her. Honestly, I'm still bitter towards her. Her mistakes made my childhood really crappy. So why should I have to share this good news with her when she had nothing to do with it? I don't know if she knows that what she did affected me. Even after I moved away from that whole situation, it affected me growing up. As a kid, I had trouble making friends. I could never be alone, and I didn't know how to trust people. Adjusting to my life in Washington took some time. It wasn't until I was in first grade when I finally started making friends. That was the year I learned to play soccer. I was new and just trying to play with the other kids. One boy was really mean to me, taunting me and saying things like girls are just not as talented as boys. But then there was this one guy, his name was Aiden, and he's really good at all sports and he was just really well liked. And he decided to help me out. He taught me how to play soccer and always said I could be as good as anyone. What he did still makes a difference today. Being adopted has taught me what I do not only affects, being adopted has taught me that what I do affects not only me, and that you don't know what everyone goes through. My freshman year was absolutely amazing. I was this little Catholic schoolgirl who was excited to finally be able to start fresh and make lots of new friends. What really helped me out was making varsity soccer. At first I was really scared because let's face it, as underclassmen, you don't want to embarrass yourself in front of the super cool seniors and juniors. But to my surprise, the junior class was unbelievably welcoming. Kara, Hillary, Haley, Kayla, and Abby made me feel like I was part of something great and didn't care that I was a freshman, but actually got to know me. I try to be as friendly as possible to people so that I can affect their lives in a positive way like they did for me. Hope. I want you guys to get hope from this story. No matter how low your life gets, you can overcome anything. I didn't let what my biological mother's mistakes define me, but with the help of open-minded, non-judging people, I was changed forever in a positive way. Be kinder than necessary, for everyone you meet is fighting some kind of battle.